So the goal of Sombra Experiments in Shade is really to experiment, to try new materials, to try new design methods, to alter the way things are fabricated so that we can really test out what's going to work best here in Phoenix to reduce extreme urban heat here that we experience. Phoenix is known for being hot. In the summer months, we can sustain temperatures over 110 degrees. And so we have to be very careful of our exposure to that heat. And it's so important to have shade, whether that's built or natural shade, throughout the city, because we need to be out and about and we take transit and we're walking to our offices. And so we really need to think about the comfort level from that perspective. Chinese Chorizo by Fun Fun Ye is inspired by Chinese shadow puppetry. She used a UV resistant material that she then laser cut into. So she worked with the community to gather stories about this park in particular, but also the history of this area. And by using that material, she was able to create this beautiful imagery that gets cast onto the ground when the sun is overhead. But it's the material itself that's UV resistant that's really that experimental part and really bringing down the temperatures underneath the structure. We have partnered with ASU to bring Marty on board and really look at the data and how these are affecting human bodies. So we are looking at surface temperatures, we're looking at humidity and how a human body would actually be improved by being under the structure.
In simple terms, Marty 3D Plus, it's kind of, you see, like a human body that has been translated into electrical circuits and into a programming language. So this is basically a human, almost the size of like an average human. And it tells you how actually a human body feels. And we can vary the parameters, like what are you wearing, what activity that you are doing, and your weight, your age. So this is basically just a virtual human body. We are working with the city of Phoenix. We have conducted a couple of experiments. We conducted the experiments at the various Sombra structures, try to see that how powerful the shade structures are. And we found out that it makes a really huge difference. We have conducted a couple of experiments, and the data tells us that shade structures really makes a huge difference. Even if like a small shade structure, such as like the bus stop, or even a canopy or a tree, that drastically improve the heat load on a human. Our results have shown that even a small shade structure can reduce the heat load on a particular person by 20 to 40 degrees.
That's actually one of the goals of the project, is to take what we've learned from these experiments and not only implement them here in Phoenix and build them into our own public art program, but make them in a way that is scalable for other cities like ours to utilize. And so all those lessons learned are being tracked, and we're excited to share that out when the project's over.